Yeah, sorry about that to you guys on YouTube. The problem is not coming from my end. It is the restreaming server that I am using that is having problems. I actually pay for that service and they simply cannot provide me with the service I am paying for. Shout out to Unspecified Podcast and Review. I love his work, guys. Please do check him out on YouTube. I really do like his call-in show. Well, that segment of it. And I do hope to bring him back onto our channel in the future. There was so much going on in Portland last night. I was actually asleep when most of it happened as well. I believe Unspecified Podcast and Review also uses the same restreaming software I do, and I've never noticed his stream have a problem. Irish, have you checked out your little present in Rice's chat? I guess Callie_C does not understand British humour. Clearly doesn't get the humour when I refer to CHOP as the 51st state. I thought most people understood. Well, a lot of people understood because the vast majority of people laugh. Dubster Brian, you're here quite often. Do you think I'm trying to push over some kind of narrative? Ray Day in YouTube, I am supposed to use a wheelchair, but I refuse to use it. Rain got it. Even Rain's 10-year-old got it, I believe. Thank you, Dubster Brian. But in your opinion, do you think I'm trying to push some kind of narrative? Or do you understand my humour? Hello, Inside Out Boy, nice to have you back. I mean, if this was a right-wing or a left-wing only channel, then of course I would probably have some narrative to push. But as we are open to everybody, I have zero narrative at all. Practice a little journalism with a lot of humour added. Thank you guys, that means a lot. Wow, Jack and Cook, thank you very much. I do know from personal experience that there was a lot of Twitch channels where politics is not allowed. None of the sort of chat we allow in our room is allowed on very many Twitch channels. But just when I started up on YouTube, I did not want to put any censorship on the chat. And when we came to Twitch, I brought the same rules over to Twitch. Zero censorship, as long as we all abide by Twitch's own terms of services. Because Twitch has their own policy. So we simply abide by the Twitch rules. Well, Callie, that's not my problem. I can't do anything about that. But as most of my viewers are American, and they keep coming back, they are here a long time, and I'm grateful for that. So your fellow Americans quite clearly like my channel, or they wouldn't be here. The majority, the overwhelming vast majority of my viewers are American. I have a lot of American friends. A lot of my moderators are American. Some of my moderators aren't even white. So I would like to think we've got a nice bunch of people here. Yes, Callie, I understand what you're saying, buddy. There is an actual saying that Americans don't understand British humour. I have heard that before. Yeah, the Aussies definitely will, because, like, even though the Americans speak English, we speak, the Brits and the Aussies speak English, and it has different meanings to the way the people in America understand it. Whereas when I talk to the Aussies, or the Aussies talk to me, we instantly get each other's humour. But I do know it's a little bit hard for the Americans to get sometimes. But I know the Aussies have no issue with it whatsoever. Just like Jack and Coke has said in the chat. And the Aussies love the C word. After all, the Australians and the Americans, Canadians, you are the closest brothers and sisters that we have. Ray D's asking, do I think Britons are more sophisticated than Americans? I don't really have an answer for that, to be honest. I love seeing you guys in the Twitch chat, especially the Twitch chat. I'm glad you guys are here. Just like earlier, I was adding a little bit of humour when I said rebel protesters had seized an area of Portland and renamed it. It's all humour. because I don't really want to make fun of the protesters, because I actually think the guys that are streaming put themselves in a lot of harm's work, and I've got great respect for a lot of the protester streamers. That doesn't mean I agree with everything they do. Just like I don't agree with everything the police do. So I tend to stay in the middle ground as much as possible. That's why if you're a Biden supporter, or a Trump supporter, or a none of the above supporter, you are all welcome. Jack and Coke, thank you very much for popping in, buddy, if that means you're going to sleep now. Not a lot of us would have the balls to put ourselves in the front line of rubber bullets, tear gas, flashbangs, while streaming something like what they do. And after all, you are all here because of them protest streamers after all anyway. I was just looking through the YouTube analytics, coming up to 500,000 views over the past 2 weeks of the protests. Some channels would kill for 500,000 views. Yeah, we have a streamer who streams exclusively in London. He went down to film and stream the protest, and he ended up being kettled by the police. I think he was kept in the kettle for 1 or 2 hours before he was allowed out. I hope most of you guys are also here for the free speech we allow. Yeah, Dapper Dragon. Consider him as a friend too. I get to speak to him when he is not streaming from time to time. He follows us here. He's also a moderator in our YouTube chat. And I believe he should be also a moderator here as well. So guys, we are just waiting, hopefully Amari, I hope that's how you pronounce his name, he's going to go live with his morning show from CHOP. He also gave us a shout out last night. Does anybody know if his name is Amari? Am I saying it correctly? Some of you regulars will know who I'm talking about. And the reason why I like him, it's because he also has a very balanced view. He has some really good views and points on what's going on in CHOP. Yeah, when I first found Dapper, I thought he was a lot younger than what he actually is. I sent Dapper a couple of quid last week for him to get himself a coffee. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. Why are you guys here? Are you guys stuck at home, or have you lost your job because of COVID? How are you guys able to be in the chat? Let's get to know each other a little bit better. Well, that's nice, Cage Water, that you can come and chill out in here. Nelson Click in YouTube saying he lost his job because of COVID. That is a shame. Yeah, Vape explained the other night. Irish, did you check out your gift in Ricerman's chat? I gifted you a subscription to Ricer for 1 month, Irish. Because Irish has been here every single day. He found my channel on YouTube within a few hours of me going live, I believe. And he has been here every single day. He left YouTube to come over to Twitch as well. So I give him a little present, a little reward. I know a lot of you guys have been here as well from the start, but you guys don't chat as much. Irish just constantly chatting, constantly trying to scam the bank of CHOP. Decent. Irish, I don't want no money from you, buddy. Especially if you're not working and things like that. Irish Rebel also refuses to be a moderator. I know a hell of a lot of you guys have been here from YouTube since day one, and you clearly like being around. I like to see you guys chatting together and making friends. Like, it's quite boring at the moment, not a lot's going on, there's no action from the live streamers I can bring you. Dan, without this, how can I say this without it sounding too bad? Are you a non-white guy, Dan? And I really hope that doesn't sound bad. No, it's just to show everybody that our moderators aren't just white and British. We have a mixed bag. Yeah, Duster Brian, I didn't want to ask. I didn't know how to ask him without it sounding bad. I hope he wasn't offended. I just wanted to have varied modifiers, varied mods. We've got some from England. We've got a lot of moderators from American. One guy that I know goes by the name of Cornbread. He's a black guy. He's also a moderator in here. I talk to him often off stream. I believe I've got quite a very good moderation team, to be honest. We have only ever had to remove one Nazi moderator. And that was in the very early days. Let me just scan the feed, see if anything's coming out of CHOP. It won't be, I know it won't be, because there won't be anybody. Does anybody know what time it is in CHOP? So the residents of CHOP will soon be awakening, coming out of their tents. Tourists will also be getting ready to go to CHOP for today. A lot of tourists visit CHOP. Three feet must be around 1 metre. So how many of you have been here for the past 6 or 7 hours when we seen the protesters in Portland seize control of an area? Then 4 hours later the police moved in and regained control. Irish was fast asleep, sucking on his thumb. Did you miss the eviction as well, Rebel? Dubster, that is all, I believe. Now, where did I stream that to? Did I stream that exclusively to Twitch? I believe I put that out on YouTube as well, if I remember rightly. I thought Atlanta, to be honest with you, I thought Atlanta would have kicked off a lot more than what they have done. I know they did on the first night, but I thought that place would have been an uproar. Dubster, that's news to me. I haven't even heard of that. So if you guys find out news that I don't know about, please feel free to share it. Because my primary focus is on CHOP, Seattle and Portland. That is where I keep my eye on at the moment. Just out of interest in both the Twitch chat and YouTube chat, can you guys shout out if you are actually in the UK or Ireland? Just so I can get a rough idea of how many of you guys are from my area. Me Betty Boop, I do as well. I honestly thought that was going to be the 52nd state of America. Some American guy was ready to add another star to his flag. He actually told me he was about to add a second star to his flag. Got a couple of people from the UK there. I know through the analytics that the majority of my viewers come from the USA. And, which was also interesting, the majority of the viewers come from California. YouTube breaks it down to every state in America of who's viewing, and Cali is always at the top. Hell of a lot of viewers from Cali, and I just don't understand why. The vast majority of the age ranges from 30 to 50 as well. Did that guy, can you see the wheelchair on the IP camera? Is that why you asked? In YouTube, if I use a wheelchair, can you guys see that wheelchair on that camera? See you soon, buddy. Thanks for being a moderator. And we will see you later. Yeah, they gave me that wheelchair for more for safety, because they were a bit worried that I was going to fall over. But I do have to use a stair lift to get up the stairs, because they really are dangerous. So just in case some of you guys haven't noticed, we have changed the name of the Chaz coins over to CHOP coins. Specially minted by Raz. Limited collectors. Let me have a look on my CCTV cameras. No rain here as of yet. Also, because of the support from you guys in Twitch, we will reach affiliate status in 48 hours. But I will not be accepting the affiliation offer straight away, because once I accept that, I am not allowed, I am bound by Twitch's rules not to stream to another platform once I am streaming on Twitch. It's part of the agreement with them that I do not multi-stream. Not strictly at the moment, Dubster, but once I accept the affiliation from Twitch, I cannot stream to two locations at once. I can only stream on Twitch. But there is a way to get around that. I can simply pull out another PC and stream maybe 2 cameras to YouTube to get around that rule, because I will be streaming different content to YouTube. Smashed the affiliation goals on the very first day. The very last one is to stream 7 times in 30 days. And we are now on day 5. We will be approaching day 6 very soon. No, Dubster, I haven't came across that. Thanks to you guys over on YouTube, we became an official YouTube partner within 48 hours. There is 3 boxes to tick to get a partnership on Twitch. We have already ticked the very first box of that as well. Yeah, Dubster, it is hard to tell. In some cases. Vape for vape, it is now pissing down up here, buddy. I can hear it on the windows. Getting more and more lively over in CHOP. More people starting to wake up. So you guys must share the shit like crazy from my streams when shit kicks off. Because when things kick off on stream, the viewership just skyrockets. Yep, Vip, it's up here now, buddy. It's gone a little bit dark, and I can hear the rain bouncing off the window. Please feel free to join our Discord. You don't have to download the app to use it. Discord is also web-based. If you play games and you need voice comms to speak to your teammates, please do use our Discord for that. I'm willing to create some gaming rooms on the Discord server if you need voice comms to speak to your teammates. We have a dedicated Chaz, CHOP CHAZ section on Discord. Just reached another milestone on YouTube. We've now just smashed 3,500 subscribers. That happened about an hour ago. If any of you guys in the Twitch chat have not pressed the follow button, please do hit that follow button. Rebel, have you got a PC? I'm assuming you have got a PC. Please do feel free to share the Twitch stream as well, anywhere you can. We did get featured in Zero Edge, I believe the publication's called. Let me just check. Yeah, zerohedge.com. They featured our channel on YouTube, our YouTube channel. I can't even bring you guys protests from other places around the world because there simply is none being streamed. I'm also a night owl. That is how I am able to bring you the USA live stream feeds. I'm often awake all through the night here in the UK while the protests are doing their thing. That is why I'm able to bring you them feeds, because I'm actually awake. All eyes will be on Portland tonight to see what happens after their... I've even forgot the name of the zone now, what they set up. I can't even remember what they called it. What was it called again? Thank you, Chris. CHOP. Sounds like Picard from Star Trek. CHOP. I'm probably not even saying it right. It does look like it should be said CHOP. Portland police, they let that go for 4 hours. And they did roll in and shut that place down. Once again, we broadcast that to you guys live. Nothing live coming out of Portland. We did watch the clear up operation earlier though, when the police stormed the border of CHOP and the workers came in and removed the border zone, dumped it all into removal trucks. Back down to 51 states in America. But we discussed this earlier. Is Portland's response to their autonomous zone going to have an effect on the government and police in Seattle? And will Seattle police do the same thing? But I know from previous experience watching these streams that the people in Seattle stood very hard against the police. They were out in very big numbers. Ah, Sam, yes, you missed what went down in Portland. Rebel protesters, Sam, seized control of an area in Portland. They renamed it to Picard. They held that fortification for about 4 hours. Then the police stormed the border 4 hours later and regained control of that autonomous zone. Dubster, where's these 1 million people supposed to be going, DC? Vape, have you taken yourself off? What document list, Vape? The streaming document. Sam, it should be on one of the YouTube feeds. I did cut it a little bit to bring it exclusively to the Twitch viewers, but I think most of it is captured on YouTube somewhere. Vape, we were never on that document because multi-streamers aren't supposed to be on that document. Some of the videos might still be processing as well, Sam, because when I end the live stream, YouTube processes them and turns them into videos, and I don't know if it's finished doing that. But it'll be easy to tell if you look over the past 3 or 4 videos, Sam, on YouTube. And obviously if we are in Portland and it's dark, then that will be the encampment. And you will see the police storm the barricades when it got lighter on, when it got light. Do you know that Portland warning they do, Sam, where they declare an unlawful assembly before they start to tear gas and flashbang the protesters? Well, they did that first before they raided the 52nd state in America to give the protesters a very stern warning that they had to leave. And to be honest, the protesters instantly left the encampment. That's why it's going to be very interesting to see what goes on there tonight. And unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to stay awake till that sort of time tonight. Not for Portland anyway. Well, this will be interesting to see, Dubster, because obviously they know by ticket numbers how many people are going to go. Be back in a minute, guys. I need to get a fresh coffee. I've noticed a lot of people have stopped restreaming Woke's feed. I wonder if he started issuing copyright strikes against them leeches on YouTube that were just turning on Woke's stream, sitting back and collecting all the money off his hard work. So maybe he has issued takedown orders to all them people that were doing that. Dubster Woke does exactly the same as what I do. He multi-streams, but he does not talk or chat whatsoever. He also has a huge team behind him, gathering the feeds, managing his Discord. And I've never actually watched a Woke feed because I'm obviously too busy running my stream at the same time. But you had loads of people on YouTube just simply restreaming his feed. Putting zero work in anything, just basically using his work to make money. Standard, that is not true at all. I am in the UK and I have issued multiple takedown notices to people that were restreaming my content. They had their videos took down and they have lost streaming privileges for 90 days. They are not allowed to stream. They were stealing my content, crossing out my name and trying to pass it off as their own work, and I shut everybody down who did that. We constantly get them people coming into chat asking if they can have the copyright strike removed because they cannot use their YouTube channel, and the answer is always no. Height of cheek, people taking my feed, taking my name CCTV user out, replacing it with their Instagram or Twitter addresses and making money off my stream. Sky Queen, is there somebody hassling you over in YouTube chat? I know you're a regular, so I don't want people picking on you over in there. Yes, really? Anybody that steals my content and tries to pass it off as their own, I will not hesitate to issue a copyright strike and have them shut down. As I'm disabled, it puts a lot of pain in my wrists and hands when I'm moving my mouse around to bring these feeds, and I ain't gonna have anybody steal my work. Really, that's a tough question. Most money comes from donations. YouTube does not like my content, which means, well, sorry, YouTube does like my content. It is the advertisers who do not like my content. So I get very limited ad revenue because most of the high-end advert companies do not want to run adverts on my streams because of the content. Jesse JTT, please come over to Twitch. We will be an official affiliate on Twitch within the next 48 hours. Thanks to you guys, we reached every goal within 2 days. Some people, it takes months for them to do that, but we did it in days. Standard, you're a bit of a prick, aren't you? YouTube is making a hell of a lot of money off my channel. They take 30% of every super chat. For one, they get a hell of a lot of ad revenue, a lot more than what I do. But I think I worked it out the other day. If I've streamed for over 200 hours, probably make about, it works out at about £2 an hour. So I'm clearly not doing it for the money. No, Ray, I said that wrong. YouTube does like us. YouTube have no problem. It's the advertisers who do not like our content. They don't want to give adverts to channels like mine that are basically showing police firing tear gas and gas canisters at people, protesters using bad language, protesters saying fuck the police, things like that. So advertising companies don't want to be associated with that type of content. Vinny93, Twitch is a lot more stricter. Twitch has an actual terms of service that we have to abide by. Stan Dodge, you really are a dumb fuck. Have you seen what this guy's saying? You are going to be removed from all platforms for fake news and fake reporting. How can streaming live feeds be fake news when it is actually what is going on? We have yet another dumb fuck in the YouTube chat. It's strange how we only get these dumb fucks in YouTube. We don't have any problem whatsoever on Twitch with these type of trolls. Stan Dord, you're a bit of a dumb fuck. In fact, you are a dumb fuck. You don't hear me use harsh language very often, but when pricks like you turn up that haven't got a fucking clue what you're talking about. my commentary. He says I'm gonna get took down for my commentary. I don't think so, buddy. That's how I know Stan Daughter's a dumb fuck, because everybody's just laughing at him in the YouTube chat. Stan, you clearly don't get humour, do you? If I want to say that protesters took over an area of Portland and formed a 52nd state of America, their own autonomous zone, then I can say that. Now, if you don't understand the humour, then that is your problem. This guy's triggered because I said Portland protesters had created a 52nd state in America. Just like CHOP is the 51st state of America. I even had an American guy in here earlier who was about to take his American flag down and add another star to it. Because he understood humour. You, my friend, because you're a dumb fuck, you haven't got a clue. He's had enough attention. YouTube chat are dealing with him. People like that, do you know why I think they troll like that? Because they do not get enough attention at home. Maybe their wife's sleeping with another guy, so they have to come to YouTube to try and get attention. Bunker Boy, Jesse is not pandering. He enjoys the content. That is why he is here. And when he enjoys somebody's content, it is going to be completely natural for him to defend the streamer. Well, I've often heard that as well about Canada being the 51st state as well, AC 447. But CHOP is the official 51st state. It is an autonomous zone. The police moved out of that zone. James Brown has asked, is this a satire channel? I wouldn't say it really, I just add a little bit of humour while presenting the facts. And the facts that I present are the live feeds, because nobody can argue with what is going on video. Video does not lie unless it is edited, and we do not publish edited videos here. Everything is live. On the very rare occasion that a live feed, well, the streamer has said his feed is live and it hasn't been, as soon as we find out that that stream is not live, we instantly remove it. In fact, most of my viewers notify me that that feed is not live because I cannot be watching the stream constantly while I'm managing the live streams. We have 9 live feeds on here sometimes. That takes a lot of management. So my chat will tag me and they will tell me that they believe a video is not live. I will investigate that and we instantly remove that stream. The only replays we have done today is Raz's 2 videos from yesterday because I was asleep. I never got to see Raz when he went live. An awful lot of people in both chats also never seen them videos, so we played them and they were labelled as replays. Bumboy, I'm not on any side, buddy. That is why if you are a Trump supporter, a Biden supporter, or none of the above, if you agree with the protesters or not, you are all welcome here. But there is clearly good and bad protesters, and there is clearly good and bad police officers. And when I found out what them guys had done to George Floyd, I think I was having a cup of coffee now and I was reading the news and this was a headline article and I seen what them police officers did to that guy for I believe he tried to pass off a fake dollar bill or something. He did not deserve that to happen to him. Then later that night, all of the protesters kicked off. On the second day it was still going on, and on the second day I decided to collect all of the live streams, put them in one place and broadcast them live on YouTube. Because I know how OBS works, I've got powerful computers, I like technology, I knew how to live stream. This isn't the first time I've got into this. So I pulled all the feeds together and I published them in one central place. And as soon as I pressed that go live on YouTube, people just came flooding into my channel instantly. And because people wanted to see, I continued, and I have done this now since day 2. Must have streamed for at least 200 hours now. Every day of the week, 7 days a week. Now if nobody came into my channel to watch them feeds, if nobody subscribed, then I wouldn't have continued doing it. But it is you guys that make me keep doing this, because you keep coming back, you keep wanting to chat to me, you keep wanting to watch the live feeds. You clearly enjoy it, so because you guys like it, I'm going to continue to do it. Brummy Dan, as far as I'm aware, what George did was he tried to pass a fake bill. I think it was a $20 bill, what he tried to pass over. in a shop. Now, you do not deserve to lose your life for trying to spend counterfeit money. Now, on the other hand, if the police had killed a terrorist or a gunman by doing that, I wouldn't have no sympathy whatsoever. Kill that fucker as far as I'm concerned. But you do not deserve to lose your life for trying to pass or passing a fake bill of money. But like I've just said, if a terrorist had shot loads of people, then yeah, the police should have knelt on his neck and killed him as far as I'm concerned. But George did not deserve to have that done to him. Nobody should lose their life for a low-level crime like that. I would like to think the vast majority of you guys do agree that nobody should lose their life for a low-level crime. At the hands of the police. So that's my opinion on that section. Dubstep Brian is asking if money laundering is a low-level crime. I would say no, that is not a low-level crime. That is a very sophisticated, high-end crime. Vinny93 in YouTube chat, totally correct, buddy. Totally correct. It's just like earlier this year or last year when we had a terrorist incident in the UK and the police took his life live on TV. Good. No expensive trials or court cases. The police took that terrorist down and ended him. Amazing. Absolutely brilliant. And it looks like you guys in America are getting a bit of police reform. A lot of people think that it is actually needed. Dubster, well, the family did get an autopsy, and if you read that, it was, I believe it was, well, in fact, I'm not even going to say because I cannot remember. I did read the report, but that was 2 weeks ago now, and I really can't remember. And it's like, I watched a video on police reform in America, and what they're saying is that this police brotherhood should be made illegal, the thin blue line should be made illegal, that when you're working with your colleagues, they are not your friends, they are your work colleagues, your police officers, and if you see your colleagues doing wrong, you as a police officer should stop them from doing wrong and report them. And I really do think that police brotherhood needs to be stopped. You can't have police officers covering up for each other. And I also believe body cameras should not be allowed to be turned off. And this is just my opinion, guys, but if a cop turns off his body camera, then by default he is a corrupt cop. Yeah, Rain, I get that. A guy off Twitch that streams often says that. But come on, guys, you can't have cops covering up for other cops. That should not be allowed to happen anywhere. Yes, Dubster, that is all wrong. The police system in America, it does need reform. I strongly believe that. And like I say, any cop turns their body camera off, then they are a corrupt cop. It's as simple as that. Yeah, Rain, of course they do. It's that police brotherhood. That's the problem. Always looking out for each other. You only have to go on YouTube to see cases of police officers planting drugs on people, their colleagues standing next to them actually seeing it happen. It's out of hand. So I'm going to ask you guys in chat. Albert Einstein says I am giving communist commentary. Is anything I've just said in the past 10 minutes communist? Yes, Tiger, that is correct. But I have followed American politics and police for 30 years. I haven't just jumped on this. This isn't my first radio. I've read American news every day for over 30 years. I take a keen interest in what goes on in America. The British police, we also have serious problems with our police force as well. I mean, do you guys agree that a police officer should not be able to turn off his body camera? Well, I don't know how it's communist speech by stating that a cop should not be able to turn his camera off. How can that possibly be communist? AC447, thank you. Yeah, that is. It's common sense. It's not left wing or right wing, it is common sense. And of course, the vast majority of police, I believe, do a wonderful job. But there is a large number of cops who don't, and who, let's face it, are simply corrupt. I don't even think the police should have the option to turn a camera off. They simply should not have the facility to turn a camera off. We're not talking about battery life, Tiger. They should not be able to turn them off. They should be high capacity batteries. We are talking about the action of turning a body camera off, not the battery running out. Of course, a cop doesn't need to have his camera running, his body camera running when he's in his car driving around. He doesn't. It's common sense. We're not saying don't turn the camera off when you're in the car, but it should be policy when you're responding to an incident that you are not allowed to turn your camera off. It should be part of their contract that when you respond to an incident, you are not allowed to turn your camera off. And it's nice to see in both chat rooms that the overwhelming vast majority of people agree on the camera issue. Exactly, yes, Fergus 80. Now, these police body cameras don't need to be recording at 4K, which would drain the battery. 720p is quite sufficient. Tiger, the police do not use GoPros as body cameras. That everybody knows. Tiger, I have never seen a police officer wearing a GoPro. Exactly, Dubster. That would lead to speculation. Now, if the cameras had remained on, there would be no speculation. It would be all based on facts. But sorry, I'm not gonna accept the police use GoPros for body cameras. I refuse to accept that. Ray D, what do I disagree with the cops on? I'm not saying I disagree with... What do you mean by that question, Ray D? Clarify it a little bit. Dubster, it's only a camera and some hardware and some software. The police do not use their GoPros. Police body cameras have to be a lot more tougher, a lot more stronger than GoPros. Yeah, you're right, Irish, it is Axon. Ray, what problems do you think there are with cop? Well, the body cam issue, for one, is definitely a problem. AC447, is that constantly running or is that on standby mode? Tiger, the British police have body cameras as well. I've seen hundreds of videos of American police officers. American police officers do not wear GoPro body cams. Nobody's backing you up saying they agree with you, because everybody knows the police do not use GoPro cameras, dude. What can't you understand? Has anybody in either chat room seen an American police officer with a GoPro as a body camera? Because please tell me. But your views, Tiger, are irrelevant if facts can disprove your views. And it looks like both chats have never ever seen a police officer wearing a GoPro as a body camera. It just does not happen. In fact, I've seen loads of videos of Australian cops as well. They don't, no police officer uses GoPro as a body camera, and that is just a fact. Bit more activity in the 51st state of CHOP, the Capitol Hill occupied protest zone. Yeah, Dubster, there's probably a lot of companies, with America being so big. I can imagine there's quite a few body cam suppliers over there. I think Dan also wants to give us an exclusive live stream from CHOP later on, again. Dan did an amazing job the other day. He was a little bit worried about how his voice came over, and I just said, Dan, don't worry. Just be yourself. Just show us what you want to show us, and CHOP, you don't need to speak. Just film for us. Standard, I don't know if you're a dumb fuck, a troll, or if you're just trying to be humorous. Because you see, dumb fuck, there is a Google document that has all of these feeds on. Because you see, every streamer wants their feeds multi-streamed. That is why they go crazy when they get hosted by Woke, or now on 3 occasions they like it when we host them as well. I think he's just a troll. Just troll him back. No, Ray D, you're misunderstanding. All we're saying is that the police do not wear GoPro body cameras. The police wear much stronger cameras, so they don't break as easy. Rain, what did you say, buddy? What made the robot take you out, Rain? What happened? Oh, for the length of your post. Rain, break it up into two segments, buddy, then retry. Thank you, Cornbread. Jack Frost, are you pro-Brexit? Yes, I voted to leave. Believe it or not, guys, do you know what the EU did? They banned vacuum cleaners over 900 watts. I cannot buy a powerful vacuum cleaner because the EU banned them. There you go. So now I am stuck with a 900 watt vacuum cleaner. I do have my older 2 kilowatt one, but now you can only buy a vacuum cleaner with a maximum of a 900 watt motor in it. Yes, AC47, totally correct. You pull up any UK electronics website and you have a look at the vacuum cleaners and you will see they are all 900 watts or lower. Dubster vacuum cleaners come in different shapes and sizes. My older one is a 2 kilowatt, 2000 watts. I'm not allowed a 2000 watt vacuum cleaner, but I'm allowed a 3000 watt kettle. I'm surprised the bastards didn't try and ban high capacity kettles. That's a good question, bad man. You're allowed to own a powerful vacuum cleaner, but you just can't buy them anymore. Wow, how not to play. Really? They also banned certain light bulbs here as well. Outdoor security lights, you used to be able to buy 500 watt External security lights, now the legal limit, thanks to the EU, is 200 watts. So either 200 or 300 watts of light you're allowed in your garden. So yes, I was very happy to vote to leave the EU. Stand by my decision, and I've got no regrets. Prometheus X9, how dare you! No, Ray, magic mushrooms are not legal. Yeah. How dare you! As Greta would say. Yeah, move to England. You can only legally buy a 900 watt vacuum cleaner or lower. No more 2 kilowatt ones. Is there a black market for powerful vacuums? I don't know really. I don't even know if second-hand stores are allowed to sell them. They're probably not, actually. Yes, how not to play it. They certainly did ban certain types of light bulbs as well. Yeah, well, a 2000 watt vacuum cleaner certainly has a lot more suction power than a 900 watt one. How not to play? What's stopping you coming over to the Twitch stream, buddy? Quite a few of the regulars left YouTube and moved over to Twitch. I have carpets upstairs, but all of my flooring downstairs is wooden flooring. some kind of tiles in the kitchen in the downstairs bathroom. Ibas Riff, thank you very much, buddy. That really is appreciated that you came over. Thank you. I understand how not to play. I know this is not a webcam broadcasting from CCTV headquarters. That is an IP camera. I'm taking the RTMP feed from that camera and bringing it into OBS. You see, Wolf, you crack me up, buddy. So, let me do a scan of the feeds. I'm really hoping Amari goes live with his morning chop show. Right, So I do have another overhead camera of Chop to bring you guys. But this camera kept buffering yesterday, that's why I took it off. Well, Mark Bolan, they'll have to get past NordVPN first. And I've certainly never heard of any hacking on Amazon, Twitch. And as Twitch is owned by Amazon, and Amazon has a huge infrastructure behind them. Amazon don't just sell goods, Amazon actually sell web services. A lot of companies host their services with Amazon. Give me one example of anybody's stream that has been hacked on Twitch, please. Mark Bolan. Mac Bolan, sorry, on YouTube. Not the singer. T-Rex. No, Callie, I have not seen any videos that you sent to Raz. CHOP becoming very active. There we've just seen a jogger going through CHOP on his daily exercise. Guy on a skateboard. CHOP's starting to come to life now. What's the video about, Callie? Give us a little rundown.